Alright, so we're going to grind a lock face here in a minute. This is my lock grinding jig that I built. Holds the blade down. See there, you can see on the blade there's a little line, a little Sharpie marker I put on there and a line scribe. So that's the face of where the lock bar will be. Basically what I have here is this little table that can move back and forth, and it's got a little fine adjustment there if you need. I don't really use that, but it also has an elevation that I can raise and lower this. And basically I want a 7.5 degree angle on the lock face. The lock bar face, as you recall, has about a 3 degree angle, so that gives me 3 to 4 degrees where those angles kind of overlap and match up. What I'm going to do is slowly, this is a 120 grit belt, I'm going to slowly grind down until I get to that, close to that line, then I'll swap out to a 220 grit belt until I get to the line, and then I will put everything together and see how it works, and if I need to take off a little more, I can. The beauty of this whole thing is the repeatability. So this is, I can put this on a little pivot that I have down here at the end, put my blade on there. This is my, kind of acts as my register. And I just push against it or lock everything down. This is just to hold everything in place. Probably not necessary, but I don't really want to take any chances on things being off. Got this much work in a blade, you don't want to mess up on the lock. So anyway, I'm able to measure from the top of this bar down to the bottom, to the work rest, by a certain amount that I calculate based on the thickness of the blade. And the angle I want is also based on the diameter of this wheel here, which has a 1-inch radius. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grind this. One other thing I'll mention is, I like this angle right here. I don't want it to be exactly parallel to the wheel. I want the bottom edge to be maybe turned towards me, just maybe a degree or a half degree. And that makes it so we have a point where the lock bar touches and not the whole face. If the whole face is lined up perfect with the edge of the lock bar, eventually the lock will start rocking up and down, or the blade will start rocking up and down. We want a spot where it touches as far away from the pivot as possible. So out here on the edge, we want a little spot anywhere from close to about 1/8 of an inch, maybe 3/32. That would be fine too. So around 100 thousandths, give or take 20 thousandths. So I'm going to go ahead and grind this, and once I have it ground and fit, I'll show you what it looks like.